thankful we're getting a little bit of a cool. We're going to let the kids have a little break, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the music that we're going to sing today that might not be as familiar with you as some of the ones that we've just sung. There are two familiar pieces in the next set. One is called Can't Help Falling in Love, and of course that's from Elvis's Blue Hawaii. And the other is They Can't Take That Away From Me, which is from the movie that Fred Astaire was in called Shall We Dance. But the next two you may not be as familiar with. One is called Long Ago and Far Away, and it's from the movie Cover Girl. Is anybody familiar with the movie Cover Girl? One person is familiar with Cover Girl. I had to look it up. It's the story of a chorus girl who is played by Rita Hayworth, and she's given an opportunity to be a cover girl and to make it big. But in doing all of that, she kind of loses her boyfriend. So at the end, she goes back and she comes back to Gene Kelly, who's her boyfriend in the movie. And that's what she sings the song Long Ago and Far Away to him. The other song that you might not be familiar with is from a movie that Shirley MacLaine was in. It's called Sweet Charity, and the song is called The Rhythm of Life. It premiered on Broadway in 1966, and it was nominated for 9 Tony Awards. It was adapted from the screen, for the screen in 1969. And it's a story, just to kind of set the song up for you. The lead character, her name is Charity Hope Valentine, that's where the Sweet Charity comes from. And she's employed at the Fandango Ballroom in New York as a taxi dancer. Now, you heard that right, it's not taxi driver, she's a taxi dancer. Does anybody know what that is? I never heard of that. Well, what's a taxi dancer?
Well, a dancer who will dance with patrons, guests.
For money.
For money.
There you go. For money.
Yeah, well, I've never ridden in a free taxi cab either. So.
Oh, that's true. Oh, see? He knows it used to be a nickel a ticket. So that's what she is. But he's been there, you know. See, Diana, did you know that about your dad? So ask him about his taxi dancing days. So Charity is innocent, and she is repeatedly taken advantage of by con artists and panhandlers and even boyfriends. And one of them pushes her in a lake, while at the same time he's stealing her life's savings. So she's not very discerning about the men that she hangs out with. So her real chance for happiness comes when she's trapped in an elevator with a claustrophobic, that would be me, tax accountant by the name of Oscar Lindquist. And he also is in search of something. So Oscar persuades Charity to visit his hippie church where they sing The Rhythm of Life. So it all makes sense when you hear the song. So when Oscar tries to guess Charity's profession, he decides that she works for a bank, and so she doesn't argue with him. She eventually confesses to Oscar that she's a taxi dancer, and he confesses that he already knew that he had followed her, and he saw her there one night. So he assures her he doesn't care, and he gives his undying love to her, and he wants to marry her. So she's thrilled, finally got one that's not a loser, and agrees, but in all tragedy, this should have been written as an opera, I think. Oscar changes his mind and he announces that his jealousy of the men